Let's do we listen first, then we judge later. Would you agree with me if I say that it's not everybody that is meant to work in hospitality business? Listen, just hear me out, then we can come back to this question. So some days ago, I felt like ice cream and I stopped in one of our popular eatery, fast food eatery. I decided to get ice cream there because the ice cream is nice actually. Yeah, the security guy welcomed me. I wanted to use the restroom very fast. So on my way back, I noticed that there was one of their workers cleaning the premises. I approached to the counter and I saw this lady there that was busy doing nothing. The reason why I said she was busy doing nothing was because she was lifting a lot of pan and it wasn't like she was moving them, she was just lifting them. Maybe she was looking for something. I don't know. And I told her I wanted ice cream. She pretended not to hear me, looked up a bit, and continued what she was doing. I was getting kind of pissed because it was a hot afternoon, but I wanted to give her the benefit of doubt. So after she finished whatever she was doing, she looked at me. Let's say it took like 15 seconds to finish whatever she was doing. Then she looked at me and said, what did you say you wanted? And she had this look that said, I'd rather you not disturb me. So I repeated what I wanted. I want ice cream. She said, okay. Still went on doing whatever for another like 10 seconds. Then she called someone and I turned to see who she was calling and I noticed that it was the person that was mopping, cleaning the premises, like I noticed earlier. So this lady was coming in my mind. I was trying to picture, add up what was happening at that moment. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe she needed the lady to pick up something or what's not. So the lady came over and she told the lady, she handed her this plastic now. Now, it's not the normal ice cream cup she handed her. You know that one, that transparent plastic that we use in buying, that they sell salad and moi in. If you visit this restaurant very well, that was the one she was holding. So in my head, I'm thinking maybe she wanted to do something else. So now she handed it over to her until I heard her say, go and put ice cream inside this bowl. That was where my head went off. And it took me like 3 seconds to come back. And I said, wait, she's going to sell the ice cream. Was that not just the lady that was mopping just now? She's not even going to wash her hand. And she said, maybe she's not going to put her hand inside it. And she's not using her hand to scoop the ice cream. Hello. I said, no, that's contaminating my ice cream. No. What if her hand mistakenly touched my ice cream or even the plastic? She was like, anyways, but they say you should go and wash your hand. What do you mean, but they say you should go and wash your hand? Do I need to tell you that before you even know? That was what you're supposed to do. At this point, the lady was leaving to go and wash her hand or whatever. Then my brain came back to me and I said, Auntie, don't bother. I don't want the ice cream again. Because in my head, the overthinker that I am, what if this lady decide not to wash her hand and just bring the ice cream and as if she washed the hand? What if she even spat in my ice cream? I've heard stories like that. In fact, if you visit some comment section in this restaurant review, you hear old workers say they do stuff like that. It's not even my business if it's true or not. But just thought about plenty things and I said, no, I don't want the ice cream again. On my way leaving the eatery, I could not help but think about the whole thing while driving away. Number one, I'm thinking, what if somebody ordered online and they did not even get to see what just happened? I thought of plenty things. Now back to my question. The reason why I said, do you think everybody should even do this hospitality thing is that this lady had an attitude. Her countenance was off from the moment I came to her front. And I can't even say that's the first time I'm experiencing something like that. There are times you go to the restaurant and the waiter is giving you attitude, especially if you're a lady and you come to this restaurant. You have situation where the waiter is giving you attitude like Why do you think you're better than me because you're seated and I'm standing up here taking your orders? There are times when even the security person is not even responding well to you. Well, this thing happen a lot, and it gets me thinking, if you know you don't want to work in hospitality business, especially when you know your personality does not fit, just don't go and work there. Leave the work for people that should be there. You don't have this nice character. You know you can't hide it when you're angry. You know when somebody pisses you off, you have to take it out on the next customer. Please, I beg, just leave hospitality business alone. Or is it just me thinking of this thing? Because I don't know. So please, let's do better. Tell your workers what to do, who should be doing what, because we can't have this thing repeating itself over and over again. So sometimes if you're wondering why people are not returning, these are some of the reasons. Anyways, that's on today's episode of Beyond the Plates. If you've ever visited a restaurant, a fast food, a joint, whatever it is, and you know that the worker did not just attend to you the way they should, or you had problem with any of their staff, please let me know in the comment section. Let's just about it. Let's see if we can correct some of these things, and maybe I'll even tag them, because if we don't do the Lord's work, who will?